Hello everybody, I'm Kevin the Skull Anderson. Today I'm going to be reviewing one of my favorite electronic albums of all time. I am of course talking about Ice Age's Buried Silence album, which was released under the Napalm Records label in 2008, which was 7 years ago. And this is Ice Age's third album in their discography. Now, picture yourself 100 years into the future. There is a wasteland of opportunity, and everything in it thrives on opportunity. That's how I would describe this album. Now, the intro that leads up to the first song on the album, which is also the title track, the first track that leads up to Buried Silence is quite intriguing. It gives me a sense of inner tranquility, but at the same time, it builds my anticipation up and it keeps my attention pretty much the whole way through. Then we get to Buried Silence. Of course, Protector had a guy named Grigory or something. I believe he was a Russian, but he wrote the lyrics to all of the songs on that particular album, Buried Silence. And the intro to Buried Silence is very haunting, melodic, cinematic. I think it would go pretty well with the plot of a science fiction movie or a science fiction novel. I honestly believe that. And then, of course, you have other tracks like Through the Mirror, Icarus, you know, songs like that. And I listened to this album at least a dozen times. So I know it's a good album. And then at around, I'll say, the 48 and a half, 49 minute mark, we get to the last track of the album entitled Curse. It is a very ambient song, to say the least, compared to all the songs I've heard on this album, on Buried Silence. And it starts off very slow, very melancholic, and then the lyrics come in. And with each verse concluding, the instrumentalization increases. And then after the end of the second verse, we get a little bit more instrumentalization followed by the percussion. This apparently sums up the overall tone of this album, which I would believe is energetic, but at the same time controlled. This is something that Richard Lederer, also known as Protector, this is something that he has done very well at, controlling that energy in his songs. Like, for instance, in Summoning, like songs like The Passing of the Great Company, Riding Horse on the Deadly Ground, The Mountain King's Return, and in his other project, Die Verbenten Kinder Evis, Mistrust, The Serpent's Voice, his cover of John Dowland's In Darkness Let Me Dwell, with Tanya Borsky or something like that. And that's what Curse ultimately reminds me of. And that pretty much concludes the album in a nutshell. To sum up what I truly think of it, I think it is a rhythmatic, energetic, controlled, melancholic masterpiece that should be praised for its uniquity, for its uniqueness, for its distinction, and most importantly of all, for its electronic orchestration. I give this album an 8.75 out of 10. And that's going to do it. And if you like this video, don't hesitate to subscribe, because I'm looking for new subscribers. So, and feel free to comment anytime and tell me what you think of the album. You know what I'm saying? All comments are welcome. Peace.